There's always that one thing that you can do better than anybody else. And when you use that and you really, really, really tap into it, you might become the next great person at that particular thing.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where we're all about leveling up, elevating, and living our absolute best lives. And part of that is investing while you're here in Uganda and creating really great businesses and settling in while here. And I figured I might as well bring an amazing person on my channel, Olivia of Exceed Catering. If you could tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been here. Yeah, 8 years and you're settling in.
Well, I was born and bred in Uganda. Did my initial studies in Uganda, but somewhere I think after my first degree, I decided I want to pursue a master's.
Okay.
In the UK, so I did move to the UK with my boyfriend. And we did that for about 5 years. So we did our masters, decided to work for a little bit, and then got married.
Yes.
Had a baby.
Married in the UK.
No, we came back home.
Okay.
Got married,
Okay.
Went back for a little stint. We were just pushing that money back. And then came back after we had our first son.
Okay.
About, I think 9 months.
Okay.
Back, yeah.
What made you guys decide that you wanted to come back to Uganda versus staying in the UK? Because so many people think like, oh my God, I want to go abroad. Take me abroad, please. And I'm like...
I think for us, the plan was always to come back because we really just went to do our masters.
Okay.
But of course, like anybody who moves, when you get there, it takes a while to settle in.
Yes.
Once you're settled, the jump back becomes a bit of a discussion.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think in those 5 years, we did consider staying there, but the strongest instinct was always to come back.
Right.
And at about that time, we felt we had to do it then, because if we did not do it then,
you were never going to. That happens to so many people, my parents, aunts and uncles in Canada.
Yeah.
Many I know in the UK, it's that same uncertain, but they were like, I guess they were the ones who were like a little longer than 25 years later. You're still there.
The dynamics is so much planning goes into it that every time you think about it, you probably push it a bit
further. Okay.
And then of course, when you have kids in the picture,
Yes.
there's a lot to consider.
Yes.
That always is the deal breaker for very many people.
Very many. So, with that being said, what were the pros and cons you guys weighed versus like UK versus Uganda that made you be like, okay, we're going back?
I think health was definitely number one.
Yeah.
It's what we considered if we were to stay in the UK. We thought about the kids' health, education, and things like that. But home, family, we are born in a country where we're very sociable people.
Very.
And living in a country where there's only just the two of you
And your kids.
That gets you after a while.
Yes.
So for us, that was the biggest pull. Family, we wanted to come back home, be around family,
Yes.
and live. We felt we would live life to the fullest.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So how much preparation did you guys make, like when you decided, okay, we're leaving? Because a lot of people make that decision, like, okay, I'm leaving, now I need to save $50,000 or like, you know what I mean? Like what point were you, like how much preparation did you guys put into coming back?
It was a whole year.
Oh, okay.
It was a year of planning.
Like being very intentional for
Yeah,
that
we
year.
were very, very intentional. Once I got pregnant, we knew we wanted to move back as soon as we had a baby. But we wanted to move when he was, in a good stage.
Yes.
He had his immunization. And then, of course, we started planning about a year ahead of time. We started to buy the things that we needed. We wanted to plan for our kid to have essentials for about 4 years.
Yes, that makes sense.
Both 4 years.
Worth the thing. That's such a me thing to do, being like, you never know, better be prepared.
It's embarrassing now because Uganda has everything.
Yeah, we do have a lot. We actually do have a lot.
But then we really did.
Yeah. But it's not that, I get it. We don't have a lot. We do have a lot. There's some things we don't. So especially when you have a child and you're first at that point, yeah? You're probably thinking, no, I have to get everything. Okay, so now getting into the business aspect of it, at what point was Exceed Catering born? Or what did you guys start off doing actually?
So Exceed Catering was born just about the time we came back.
Okay.
I think about a year into Uganda. And I've always been a foodie. So I did a lot of cooking even at university.
You're so good at it, by the way, guys. My vlogs, all the food's usually catered by her.
Thank you. And then, of course, when we went abroad, we did a lot of casual work to make money, save money, pay for school. But that kind of pushed us more and more into the culinary world without really paying attention to it. We watched a lot of videos. My husband and I got into baking and really enjoyed. I'm an artist at heart, so I guess everything that I did kind of revolved around art and design and things like that. And so when we came back home, it was one of the things we did look at different business ideas and what we want to get into. But it's one of the things where we got a lot of encouragement. And I guess it's true what they say, that people see you more than you see yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
Because many of the people around us encouraged us to get into it because of how much love we have for food. And that's when it was born.
Okay, that's amazing. Now, I know you said that in the beginning it was mainly yourself, and then your husband was doing another business, or what? How was it in the beginning for the both of you?
We dived into it together.
Okay.
We both had other passions. I'm an artist at heart, so I did a bit of interior design.
Right, and you can see it with your displays when you have your spreads.
True. And then my husband as well is into transport business.
Right.
Transport. So he was doing that on the side at the time.
Okay.
And several other small businesses. Men are very dynamic.
Yes.
Business, so he was doing very many things.
Yes.
But for us to be able to do this, I had to have his support because I had the other leg of my passion.
Right.
I was pushing so hard at the time.
Yes.
And so we agreed that for us to do it, we were to partner. He agreed that we both do it 100%.
Okay.
So from the word go, the research, the planning, the purchases, the design of the kitchens, all of that we did together. He's 100% involved. He just never gets shown up.
Yeah, because I'm always like, I see you all the time.
Because he's always the person at the back end.
Right.
He's definitely.
That's amazing. So then the first few years, like 1 or 2 years, how was it like adjusting now, getting clients in Uganda, trying to market, network, and all of that?
If you've done business, you know this is one of the hardest journeys in a business.
Yeah.
I think we've set up the kitchen. We were young in business. We were, I think, immature. In the beginning, I was a career woman. Yeah, so
yes, you did tell me this. Yes. Even from the jobs you were in.
I went back to the bank for a short stint, worked for a while.
Yeah.
And so when we got into business, we were fresh. We didn't know very many aspects and things. And so when we set up the kitchen, it took time to do research, plan for it.
Yes.
That was probably about
amazing.
a year of planning.
That's really good. Better than the few weeks really most of us do.
Understand why we were doing it, what did we want to bring to the table, what did we want to offer that was different than what the market at the time. So we took time to plan for it.
A gap, like identifying a gap.
Yes, and then even planning for the kitchen space was really important for us. We wanted to bring a value that was not common at the time.
Right.
So it took us a bit of time, but in there we wasted a lot of time, and I think after a year is when we were ready to start.
Oh, okay.
When we started, the assumption was because we've done all this background work, the customers will
just come pouring in.
Come and we'll get gigs and start working. We realized that we had like about a spell of another 2 years before we actually got serious business. And there was a couple of challenges, our age being one of the biggest.
Oh, wow. But how old were you guys at that point?
In the industry, I think we were about 30.
Okay.
32, maybe 33.
That was a challenge?
It was a challenge because this kind of industry at the time was largely
older.
Mostly older people were the ones that were running this kind of businesses.
Okay.
And people associate, being older with knowledge and understanding and being able to do this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so convincing people in the beginning that we really were ready to do the business and could deliver as good or even better a product was a very big challenge in the beginning.
Right.
Popular business, free business, we would
it
showcase
happens, yeah.
to show people that we really have a good product. And,
and that makes sense. Just also the way that Uganda is, it's very word of mouth, and once people find something, they stick to it. So convincing them to get out of that after they've done events with someone for so long. But I feel like the way that you guys are and how you operate, it doesn't take much convincing anyway.
Exactly. In the beginning, when someone hasn't seen what you do,
really
can be a challenge. I think one of the things that definitely helped us was we got into a business network. It's called BNI.
BNI. Oh my God, everyone I know is it. My sister's in the Canada sector. I have a friend who's in this one here.
It's a beautiful network.
Yeah.
Because that's the first place that people started to listen.
And then you have to refer each other.
Yes. And of course, you have to have a good product.
Right, that too.
And so that referral kind of started to trickle out and spread out, and eventually
okay.
got a lot of business.
Are you still in it now?
Yes.
Do you know Samantha then?
Yes.
Samantha, yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, she was on a previous, or she's my friend, and she was on a previous episode of this, and yeah, she's a great person. Yeah, that is hilarious, amazing. Okay, so what advice would you give people who are pursuing business when they're coming, especially having been gone for a period of time, coming back to Uganda?
I think one of the things I learned is I couldn't have made the decision if I was not in Uganda.
You had to be here.
I had to be here.
Well,
I had
say
to
that.
start the market, so you must be ready to jump.
Yeah, you actually
And when you do it, it's something you decide as a person.
Yes.
Whether you come with your family or you first come and study the market and then go. I did the radical move. I carried
everything.
Bye. We sink or float together.
Yeah. Baby and all.
Yeah. So that part is what you decide, but you definitely have to come back to Uganda, because when you live abroad, you start to see the world in a different manner.
Yes,
and
yes.
It's easy to think that whatever works out there will work here.
Yeah.
That's not always the case.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is, but not always.
Not always. A lot
Coming
of
home
times
and
it's
understanding the
not.
market is really, really critical.
Yeah, very true. So, what does your day-to-day look like in the business then? Because I know you also run another one now, so you guys are very...
My day-to-day, most of our mornings will start at about 3 a.m.
Oh my God. For me as a morning person, I'm like, man.
Yeah, they really are very early mornings, because we run almost 24-hour shift pattern.
Yes.
And so we are busy pretty much
all the time.
This
Yeah.
kind of business, you've got to be a hustler.
Yeah.
You can't sit pretty and it's a business where you have to be engaged. You have to be able to get up at 4 a.m. Even when you set the systems in place,
right,
you cannot do it remotely 100%. You've got to be in there. So on a typical morning, if I will have a wedding, for instance, that's running, we'll be in the kitchen from about 3 a.m. or 2 a.m.
Wow.
Because for us, timelines are really
very, yes.
It doesn't matter how far the event is, whether it's in Entebbe or somewhere.
Yeah, or even next door.
Village. We have got to be there on time at the time you want the food.
Right.
So it's difficult for us to plan those timelines, but as well the time to put the food in, because food cooks at different
times. Yes,
times.
yes.
So with planning, that is really one of the biggest aspects of our business.
Okay.
And then of course it's a conveyor belt, of events. So we keep pushing out one event after another.
Right. Yeah. Every weekend you're at it.
Even the Monday.
Yeah.
You have corporate clients.
That's what I was gonna ask next. You have also corporate clients. How does that work as well?
So that is pretty much systematic.
Okay.
That we have established and put in place. So that is continuous.
Oh, okay. That one's easier.
Monday to Friday. Yeah, we are lucky enough to have different kitchens that we run.
Okay.
A corporate kitchen is a different kitchen. And
Ah,
we have
nice.
an events kitchen as well.
So organized. I love it.
We are trying.
Yeah.
Because, the need is there in the market.
Yes.
So that kind of clientele definitely does exist. And we need to tap into them and also provide the service.
Yes, okay. So to reiterate, the different services you provide then are corporate, and then weddings, small events. Okay.
We've gotten known for the really small events because COVID.
Yeah, that's how I found you guys. Yeah.
So we do a lot of those. And we had to switch up and really appreciate them, because in the beginning the business model was the large numbers.
Yes, of course.
Of
course.
1,000. We were building capacity, but when COVID happened, we had to go back to the drawing board,
right,
and see how to satisfy a customer that has 30 people, 20,
yeah,
and still be valuable,
right,
be profitable as a business.
Ours of like 8 people. I know.
So we do that as well, but we also handle the large events, we do the corporate events, we do lots of cocktail events. Yeah, we do pretty much.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay. So is it possible, could you see yourself doing this outside of Uganda, going back to the UK, and also running it here and there? Like, where could you see Exceed Catering?
UK, not really.
Yeah. You really were like, bye. Like, you ran out of it.
Not really. Expanding around Uganda, definitely. There's lots of untapped markets when you look at the Western Uganda untapped market there. But yes, my eyes are also opening out wide to the market around us.
Yes.
For instance, Kenya, South Africa too. Mostly learn from them.
Yes.
So see, how you can spread out.
Right.
The other side that we are looking to tap into eventually is a bit of hospitality as well.
Yes.
A small little holiday home.
Right. Okay.
My interior design background.
Yes.
the food.
Yes.
Yeah, that's also something we're definitely focusing on and restaurant as well.
Nice. Okay. So just to wrap up the business part of the interview, what do you feel like are the pros and cons of running a business within Uganda, like especially in your industry?
I think one of the greatest ones is we don't have guidelines, put it that way. We don't have, especially in my kind of industry.
Yeah.
There's no strict guidelines that help define us as businesses. So everybody does what they feel like. You'll find different levels and
right. There's no benchmark. Everyone's just everywhere. Okay.
I think for me that's one of the greatest challenges because you do what you do, but it's not looked at as a standard. Some people look at it as a luxury.
Right. Okay.
And yet for you to be able to do that is an extra cost.
Right. Yes, of course.
But you see it as a necessity. A very good example is things like, for instance, the hot towels that we do.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
When you have an elegant event, I don't know about the basins and that.
Yeah, and like the little taps.
Yeah. So it's critical. It's important for us, but it's definitely a cost on the business. And for the customer to appreciate this extra cost sometimes is a very big challenge.
Right. Okay. So just trying to people to appreciate and understand that bit, but also the value,
Business in the different aspects that we provide.
Okay. Okay. And then the pros.
The pros in Uganda, I think Uganda is an open market.
Yes.
If you're aggressive, if you do research, if you're hungry,
yeah, you can
there's
really
always
make a lot
something.
happen.
And for me, that's the greatest thing. I couldn't find this in the UK.
Yes.
In Uganda, any business idea, if you give it real thought and real planning and actually systemize it and standardize it.
Make research.
I always use a Rolex as the greatest example. You can sell it as simple, or you not grow it as big as you grow.
Yeah, there's you grow, and now there's many other people who've now followed in, or even maybe been there before.
You just gotta think bigger and outside the box.
Yes, that's true. Whenever you identify a gap, that's why I loved you said that earlier. Identifying a gap where you can add value and just insert yourself in there.
And if we could all think like that as Ugandans, I think there's a lot of potential in our country.
Yeah.
Of course, funds being a very big player in.
Of course.
But in terms of ideas, if you're open-minded, we definitely have a lot.
Yeah, that's so true. Moving to Africa, specifically Uganda, was really daunting with little to no information online about where to live, how to start a business, what to eat, where to hang out, all of that amazing stuff. So I figured I'd start a website where you can book a consultation with me and ask me whatever you like, and then also updates based on the diaspora community that we're growing here on YouTube. So definitely go and check out the website and join the community. Okay, so I just wanted to ask a couple of things, just because of course you're a mother, and one of the things when we sat down and spoke, I was like, oh, I love that. I don't know, maybe because I'm like, oh, I can't wait to be a mom, so I have so many questions for you. But how has it been, especially just for yourself as a woman coming back, healthcare differences, and then also now your children, how was the adjustment for your family?
Mindset was the first issue. I was very worried. My entire family, I have a big family in the UK and the US, were very worried.
Right, yeah, I know, that's everyone's reaction.
And naturally that gets to you, even having been born in Uganda and bred in Uganda, you kind of worry.
Yeah.
Things like, okay, I've had these kids in the UK, so they probably,
Yeah.
You need to survive Uganda. But we were lucky enough to have settled in smoothly.
Yes. Oh, nice.
Of course, we did a lot of planning. I put a lot of things in place. I had a bit of a background into health and safety and planning for all of these things.
Yes.
So I made sure we did the immunizations.
Yes.
The hygiene in the house was critical.
Yes.
And that, of course, saved us from so many illnesses that could have happened at the time.
Right.
But planning ahead is definitely one of the things. I began to plan ahead for my son's school.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask school next. Yes.
Yes. From back then. So planning and knowing, okay, this is what I want for myself.
This is where I want my child to
planning ahead of time definitely does help.
Okay.
And then of course I did hunt.
Yes.
Ask around, find people. The things are available in Uganda. They're just not readily available on the high street.
Right,
but
right.
knowing somebody helps. Asking somebody.
Oh, knowing someone huge.
Eventually, I did find a very good pediatrician for my son, and we haven't had issues. He settled into Uganda so smoothly. He's chunky and chubby. You think he's just slow.
How old is he now?
He's now 9.
Oh my gosh! So you guys were all of the critical age or steps of his upbringing was here. To be honest, yeah, okay, yeah, and it was fine.
And he was perfectly fine. He's touch wood. He's never had malaria, and that was the biggest worry at the time. He's going to get malaria.
I was like so scared of that.
Of course, we do things like fumigate and things, and there's good in every aspect.
Yes, of course.
But we've been very lucky and settled in smoothly, and I wouldn't change it
for anything. Yeah. So then Uganda is it? Uganda's home. Have you been back to the UK since? So just for like visiting? Oh, okay.
My son has been, and I get questions like, "Mommy, why did we move back?"
He'll understand later. It's home.
I've not been back since.
Okay. Yeah. And then for the future for your children, would it be more abroad schooling there? Like, because he was born there, so then he has citizenship there?
Not really.
Oh,
but
okay.
Back and forth.
Okay.
Really, of course, these are all things that you plan. Like I said, you plan ahead as a parent. My son is in the Cambridge system.
Okay.
So
it's easy transition.
Yes.
Okay.
I know that the possibility is there.
We're
exploring it to see, what's good for him. Of course, all of that with grounding in place. We want him to really respect values and grow up a grounded child.
Yeah.
So we want to give him the best education, expose him to the best opportunities in the world, but with a lot of grounding.
Yes.
So it's up there, for discussion. We are pondering the idea, but it's not yet set in stone that he has to
go anywhere else. Yeah, because I always wonder that about schooling and people's views on where they want their children to go and whatnot. And I feel like you did so much planning, which I love. So at least you've considered so many different things.
Yeah, we really do. And there's so many schools coming up in Uganda, bit by bit. So you never know. In the next couple of years, there might be very good schools.
That's
don't
true.
Need to relocate.
Yeah.
University.
Yes, that's true. That's true. So just to wrap up our video, now moving back, obviously you had been gone for 5 years. Did you find everyone kind of like the same, how you had left them? Uganda changes so much in like a span of just a few years. So how was it finding like-minded people or people kind of, who understood more of like, I've now back, but like it's just different. It's different. Like how was it finding, or did you just kind of assimilate back to?
No, it was a bit of a challenge.
People? Yeah.
It was definitely a challenge. When you go away, you come back and everybody has grown. Most people
and then it's so fast paced.
Yes, it really is. When we got back, because when you get back, you're really starting from scratch. Zero. More like from where you left off. While everybody you left behind has
already advanced. That's what.
Moved on, settled,
into other things.
Bigger roles in the businesses where they work. So it was a bit scary.
Okay.
Because we came back and we literally didn't have a penny.
Yeah, wow.
We said we are going home. We had property, but not so much money. And so getting back and you see all your peers who you left behind have really,
done great things.
Can be a bit scary.
Yes,
so it was a bit scary for us.
Okay.
Assimilating back.
Okay.
But like I said, one of the things that I think living abroad teaches you is to be aggressive.
Yes, that's true.
And
you're just always at it.
And driven, and we knew we had to make it one way or another.
Right.
And so we immediately just got to ground with planning and figuring out different things.
Okay.
By the time you start to see, the milestones and the growth.
Yes, and you start to kind of get to the pace with everybody, because we're so fast paced.
Without realizing it, you kind of or even crossover. So but it wasn't easy. Definitely was
okay.
Scary then.
All right. So just a few things for everyone who's out there, because everyone's always asking things to do. What are your favorite things to do when you're not working? We were just talking about this before.
I was gonna say food, but that's what. So scratch that. I love to travel. I love travel. So anytime that I'm not in the kitchen or on the computer planning, I definitely find an excuse to sneak out. Even if it's just as close as Ginger. Love the countryside.
So nice.
I love the countryside. That air is so fresh.
It's fresh. It's calm.
And of course I love food. When you travel, you get to experience different types
so
of
good.
food. So I love that. My partner loves that, and we do that a lot.
That's amazing.
I love to read. I don't get to do that so much anymore.
You're very busy.
I'm one of those people who even used to keep a journal because I just love to read and document things. But I mean, my lifestyle kind of gets pushed to the back every now and then. And I think that's really it. I do exercise a lot as well. When you're around food.
You said what time today? What time were you at the gym? 6 a.m.
6 a.m. That's the only time I have in the day that is not for the kids or the business. And so I in there. And so I exercise almost every day.
Nice. And what are your favorite things about Kampala and Uganda?
Oh my God, the weather.
Yeah.
I love the weather, the fact that you have the sun.
Yes, all the time.
It's amazing. I don't take it for granted. I've lived in a cold country, so it's a blessing.
It's a blessing. Even the bad days, you're like, at least there's sun.
And just the freedom. I think Uganda is a free country, and we don't realize that you've lived away. There's so much freedom to do so many things, to walk on the streets, to go wherever. And those are the things that I thoroughly enjoyed.
And you missed, I guess.
Definitely. I missed the party life. When I left Uganda, I used to party a lot. I was at that age where where's the next party?
Where I'm at.
So the party life in Uganda was always a pullback.
Yes.
Much now.
Yeah.
Really career
I know, and you're busy when everyone is partying, so it makes sense.
I'm at everyone's party, I don't know.
That's hilarious. I get that. I love that. And if you had a piece of advice to give, just in general, not just a business person, but maybe a mom, whomever, like a career woman, whatever it may be, what takeaway would you give?
I don't know if I want to give advice.
You are.
I always feel that we are unique as beings, and believing in yourself and in your abilities is key. Somebody else will have other abilities, other aspects that they're really good at. You might not be good at them, but if you tap into yourself, there's always that one thing that you can do better than anybody else. And when you use that and you really, really, really tap into it, you might become the next great person at that particular thing.
I love that. Staying true to your thing and yourself. I love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Coming to my channel. So where can people find you, book you, everything?
Okay, so we are on social media.
Okay.
Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Okay.
That's mainly to showcase our work. We encourage people to reach out to us on our numbers.
Right.
If they're trying to make a booking or get some information, we can call.
Okay.
We have an office in Nakuru, Panamera.
Okay. Yep. That's where we are now.
Into that place, just give us a call, make a booking. We are always open to meet with people.
Amazing.
And share whatever details you might be looking for. So
perfect.
And the office.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. As always, guys, please do remember to subscribe, hit the bell notification button, and leave your comments below. Please reach out. All the information will be in the description box below as well. Yes, as well. And you can reach out to them. They, like I said, every event I go to, whenever you guys see my friends, we're vlogging, it's the food is too good. So please do check them out. And I think you've added so much value, which I appreciate. Thank you so much. I know you're busy. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, see you guys next time. Bye.